2000.
It was last West
14,
Bengal
15.
elections. It was last
No,
West Bengal elections.
yeah, last, which was when?
16.
16, probably. 16, yes. Good. So how are you doing? Let me see. Let me try and connect from my laptop, That'll be easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Please take
connecting from my... Yeah, just 1 minute. I'll just do it. Yeah. So how are things? Let's continue till such time I am able to log in.
Okay. Yeah, so it has been a lot of I'm in this field only since it was previous to that also. There has been a lot of meandering uh, as this field is very less structured. And meanwhile, after that, into 2019, I worked with Mr. C.R. Patil, who happened to win the Lok Sabha election with the highest vote margin in India. And then last year, I also authored this book, Three Horrible Mistakes.
Oh, what is it?
Three Horrible Mistakes.
Okay. Three Horrible Mistakes. Okay.
So it's
very good.
Available,
Wonderful.
Available on Amazon.
But this deals with?
This is primarily the research and research technology which is happening in political space, both India and abroad.
Three horrible.
I will share with you the link.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. So I have connected over here. I'll just leave this.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. So
then meanwhile, I'm also conducting workshops for politicians as well as political consultants who are working in this space around what all campaign methodologies we can use. Then working with universities and professors, both India and abroad, on elections as well as political research, whatever they wish to do. So primarily on ground work we do for them. So one is with, last year we worked with Royal Holloway University of London, in which
that's how you got to know.
Yeah, Saurabh was there, and then he came to IIM Kolkata. Then latest, we are working with Ashoka University, which is in Sonipat.
Yes, I know, because Professor Sabyasachi Bhattacharya, who was heading the physics, the science group of Ashoka, has joined us as full-time director.
Oh, at Ashoka?
Ashoka. From Ashoka, he's come to us. Previously, he was director of TIFR, and Malavika Sarkar, who's the VC of Ashoka, she is basically known to us for a long time.
Achha.
Malvika Sarkar. So she was the first VC of Presidency University once it changed from a college to a university in Calcutta. And then she moved over as an advisor to Ashoka. But then when Bhanu Pratap Mehta, or rather Pratap Bhanu Mehta, when he stepped down, so they requested her to take up VC-ship, which she has done for the last 2 years. I think she's the VC.
Achha.
Yeah, so Ashoka I'm acquainted because I have also visited Ashoka. You might have dealt with Venkat. Have you dealt with Venkat in Ashoka now?
No. I am working with Professor Sabyasachi Das. He is Sabyasachi Das. He is again a political economy professor there, economics professor.
Yeah.
Good. We are doing a joint project on the campaign economy and elections. The election expenditure that candidates do in elections. So whatever which is available with election commission affidavits are very skewed as we have a common understanding. So we are trying to work out a model in which we will be able to see, what actually,
Is meant
yeah.
difficult task.
Actually, this field deals with all kinds of complexity.
Probably that is why it also is interesting.
Yeah.
So good, good.
What is
So
on your front?
you see, TCG Digital. I was with TCG Digital,
Mhm.
but now I have shifted from TCG Digital to a new setup which has been started by Punendu Chatterjee. It is known as TCG CREST, CREST,
Mhm.
which stands for Centers for Research and Education in Science and Technology.
Mhm.
Started with 4 verticals. The idea is that we will ultimately have a university, a, they have a new category known as De Novo University, which deals specifically with you know, thoda hatke kind of institutions, which
Mhm.
focus primarily on research, which are not like most other universities, which focus on the traditional departments, undergrad studies, postgrad studies, etc. But this one will deal with new areas of science and technology and other related fields. Humanities is also very much a part of all this. So we started with 4 verticals. Once you know the verticals, you'll know what we're trying to do. One vertical deals is named RISE, RISE, which is Research Institute for Sustainable Energy. So
Okay.
this deals, it is primarily a material science group, which deals with the material science world for energy. Like, for instance, battery. Ultimately, battery is nothing but a game of material science. What kind of materials you're using to
Yeah.
generate electromotive power.
Mhm.
Okay, so lithium ion battery has got a lot of challenges. So the next generation is solid state lithium metal battery. So lithium metal battery again has several challenges in terms of material science primarily. You need material which can store a high amount of energy within
Mhm.
volume. Then the weight has to be manageable. Then a rate of release of energy can be controlled.
Mhm.
Okay, then rate of recharging has to be very swift. So these are the ideal conditions. And lithium metal as a solid state battery, it is easier to recycle lithium metal back from used batteries, because as you're aware, used batteries will be a major, major problem.
Mhm.
So what do
Yeah.
you do with spent batteries? And lithium ion batteries, it is very difficult to recover the lithium from the lithium ion state. And lithium ion batteries have a kind of semi-solid flux inside, which is also difficult to handle. So disposing lithium ion battery is a challenge. So you need next generation batteries, which will be more easy to kind of dispose. So these are
Mhm.
various factors, and all of that ultimately boils down to the quality of material. Then hydrogen fuel cells also, it is a very similar kind of thing, because everybody knows that hydrogen is the best fuel. Ultimately, it is not
Yeah.
solar, not anything else, but hydrogen which is going to rule the world. Okay,
Mhm.
because it is the ideal fuel. There's lot which is available of water, and you
Yeah.
burn hydrogen, you get energy and water. Okay, so water to hydrogen to water to hydrogen to water to hydrogen, that cycle. But the challenges are that firstly, how do you kind of dissociate the molecules using minimum amount of energy? And ideally that energy, it can start as a cycle. So you need to kick start. And once you kick start, the energy which is generated by hydrogen can again be used to decompose the water molecule. But then there are also a lot of challenges in terms of the hydrogen gas which is released, that has to be absorbed in medium which can store per unit volume a huge quantity of hydrogen, which there is a lot of breakthrough, a lot of research has happened, and people are aware of how to do that. Though there is a lot of scope for improvement, But the challenge is in terms of controlling the release of hydrogen in a way you want, because sudden release of hydrogen with changes in temperature, pressure, up, you suppose that you put a hydrogen cell, fuel cell in a car, which starts from say, or say which is flying in the western part of Rajasthan in summer. So temperature in the morning can be 45, okay, and in the evening it can be less than 10 degrees. So
Absolutely.
there's a huge fluctuation. So how do you control the rate of release of hydrogen? So these are kinds of stuff which we are planning to do, setting up a pretty expensive laboratory around material science for this particular vertical. Then there's another vertical which is for quantum related stuff. So it is going to be quantum chemistry, which is going to be a very new area, that how electrons are shared between various elements, and going beyond elements, how they are shared between various molecules of different kinds of substances. Because once you can have a control over the sharing of electrons, you can create different kinds of material. So it is a very, very complex emerging field where at the subatomic level, you basically play around with the electrons and see that how you can manipulate the electrons at the way
Yeah.
you want them.
I think this kind of work is done only with maybe IISER or very few limited institutions in India.
Yeah, that is right. So we have set up a good team around it. In fact, the gentleman who's in charge of RISE, he is basically an emeritus professor of IISER Pune. His name is Satish Chandra Ogle.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I saw his profile.
so Professor Ogle is there. And then in the area of quantum, we have Professor by the name of Bhanu Das, Professor Bhanu Pratap Das. He was a distinguished professor in Indian Institute of Astrophysics, but right now he's in Tokyo Institute of Technology. He'll come and join us from 1st May. So then we have another person who was the director of Indian Association for Cultivation of Science, Professor Devashish Mukherjee. He's a distinguished professor, a worldwide figure in the area of quantum chemistry. Then apart from that, we'll have a few other things like, experimental quantum quantum setups. So there are three areas which are happening now. There's something known as ion trap. There's something known as superconducting qubits, and the other is known as cold atom qubits. So though you have also done uh, uh, science from IIT Kanpur, I have also once done engineering from IIT Kharagpur, chemical engineering, but
Yeah.
it really beats me how all these things happen. It's pretty uh, dense amount of mathematics. So whatever it is, I am told that this has a lot of utility. So we leave that play to the researchers and professors. So that is the other vertical. Then
So
the third,
you will be setting these laboratories at your premise or at IIT Kharagpur?
no. It's all going to be at our premise.
Acha, acha.
It's all at our premise, not IT, because whatever we do, we will collaborate with a lot of institutions worldwide, but the laboratories, the assets will be in our place.
Mhm.
We will invest in the assets, and then collaboration is always possible. Like IISER Pune has a lab, we have a lab, so we are making the lab. So we would want collaboration between their lab and our lab, taking care to create something which is as far as possible complementary. So they find use in our dual beam microscope and we find use in their electron microscope, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So that is a driver. Then there is a third area, which is on neurosciences. So this is another very interesting area. Then there's another one we are calling it Institute for Advancing Intelligence, which is basically uh, data-driven intelligence. Uh, Popularly, you can call them as AI, ML, deep learning, neural networks, all that taken together. with a
Mhm.
lot of statistics, mathematics in play, algorithms in play, etc., etc. So these are the four verticals which are have either started or on the verge of starting. But at the same time, we are also looking at two other new verticals, or rather three new verticals. One vertical is Translational Research Institute for Mathematics, TRIM. You see, in mathematics over the past 500 years, there are a lot of exotic theories which have been worked out by mathematicians. But after they have got the accolades and done all these papers, they are all put in cold storage, okay, for
Mhm.
intellectual gymnastics, and they remain there. Nobody uses them. But in modern day science, as quantum is emerging, as electronic sciences are emerging in very, very advanced ways, things are becoming more sophisticated. There's a huge amount of computing power available. Many of these mathematical stuff which are already there, undiscovered by the technology guys, by the scientist guys, to see that if we can get a set of open-minded mathematicians who do not think that applied mathematics and mathematics which is used is an infra dig on their knowledge. These pure mathematicians, they are a weird lot. They have a huge amount of complexes in terms of the work which they do is so superior that for the next 100 years, nobody should be able to use them. If you can use them, then it is not worth doing. Okay, that is the kind of mindset they have.
Yeah.
So we are trying to get hold of some mathematicians who think that it is time, we
To
moved
make
out
the
of that.
university, acclaimed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So वो लेके दूसरा, I mean, that is another vertical which we have been able to get hold of a couple of senior professors who, in the middle of their career, have started thinking that probably it makes sense to be able to use some of the maths we have worked on to solve practical problems. And there are many youngsters, they are also, because you see, maths guys are not paid very well,
Yeah.
particularly in US and all. They come at par with the English and the philosophy professors, whereas the highest paid guys are the economists,
Hmm.
followed by computer science and others. It's a kind of demand supply
Acha, so economist guys are the highest paid.
highs by far, because they have a lot of use in the corporate sector
Yeah.
and they do practical kind of mathematics.
Yeah.
Okay, unlike the physicists. Physicists, they also do a lot of mathematics, but it is so exotic that only you can apply it for either very large stuff like the stars or extremely small stuff like inside atoms.
Labs in which others can't access.
Absolutely. So physicists are a little more better paid than mathematicians, but mathematicians say, top ranking mathematicians of the world, you ask them that you are intellectually much more superior, which they are, compared to the economists. Many of the failed mathematicians and physicists, they go to economics, you know, but, but I mean, उन लोग को अगर पूछोगे आप कि क्यों, don't you feel a complex or don't you feel bad that you get so lowly paid, but the economists, they get 2 times, 3 times more money than you. So they have got a very beautiful answer. They say that, you see, we love mathematics. So we enjoy doing our maths and we are also paid for that. We are paid for what we enjoy to do. So that is the way we look at it. So yeah, so economics is another vertical where Saurav is kind of helping us a lot
Hmm.
uh, in terms of doing something which would be dealing primarily with modern economics. You see, modern economics would deal with behavioral economics, then economics of technology, economics of social sciences,
Yeah.
area which you are working in, economics of public policy, economics of electoral kind of stuff. So all these have some kind of economics deep in it. So to sometimes to discover that economics, make more research and studies on that economics, and see that how the economic theories or new theories in economics can be evolved around some of the stuff which people like you are deeply interested. Okay, I'll come back to this one. This is the vertical where there would be interest in kind of working with you. Okay. The other area which we are looking at, which could also be of interest to you, is a vertical which we are going to call Raje. The economics vertical, we are calling it as CASE. Okay, which is
CASE.
CASE, CASE,
Okay.
Center for Advanced Studies in Economics.
Okay.
CASE. And that hasn't come on the website as yet. And the last one, which we are working on, is RAJE, which is Research Academy for Juridical Excellence in the area of law. Okay, a lot of new thinking is required. A lot of people talk in terms of cases in different courts in India, which take a long time to get resolved. But what is the reason behind that? So studies behind that, the nodes where they get delayed, and then to see how you can smoothen them. Like for instance, there was a study done by Vidhi Legal. Have you ever interacted with these guys? Vidhi, VID, Vidhi Legal. Vidhi Institute for Legal Policy, VIDHI.
Okay.
You check them out. It's a not-for-profit legal setup in Delhi,
Okay.
and they have done really, really good quality work in many of these areas. So, I mean, they have found out, say, for instance, that it takes an average of 9 months for a lower court in Karnataka, like the district courts in Karnataka and the courts below that, to serve a summon to a to an individual. So serving the summon itself is a long drawn process because say you find in a village everybody is a Gauda. Okay, there are no house numbers. So
Hmm.
how do you kind of deliver it to the right Gauda? There may be three, Shiv Shankar Gaudas. Now which Shiv Shankar Gauda? So possibilities of using technological interventions to identify the right Gauda to serve the summon on. Okay. Then the registry in the courts, they have a lot of play that they kind of ensure that they have ways to fast track cases and ways to put cases behind.
Hmm.
Like there was a classic case in Calcutta High Court recently where the Chief Justice, the current Chief Justice, was absolutely aghast because there was a habeas corpus. You are aware of habeas corpus writ, where if
Body has to
somebody
be produced.
body has to be produced, so that means that if some person is missing,
Hmm.
the government authorities are issued an order by the court, a writ petition, that you must produce the person within a certain amount of time. So say police has arrested somebody, then the police within 24 hours has to produce that person in a court. Okay. But if they have failed to do it, it should be served. Now it took 23 hours, 23 hours bolte hain, 23 years for the case. 1997 wala case 2000 mein aaya Chief Justice ka room mein for hearing. So by that time, this guy would have been dead and maybe he has taken a rebirth also. Okay, somewhere if you believe in that. But
My God.
so, so he was aghast. So he has said that even if that fellow who has delayed this to investigate and to find out who this great man is in the registry who had delayed it, and if he is in retirement, to kind of haul him up and bring him in front of the court and see that why did he do something like this, and if necessary to take appropriate action. Yes, sir. You know, so the point is that a lot of things have to be studied and understood. There is also a strong link between economics and law overall. So
Yeah.
these are all very interesting new areas, and you require people, okay, where firstly there has to be a connect with the industry. Industry का साथ connect नहीं रहेगा, government का साथ connect नहीं रहेगा, so then you kind of end up doing very exotic stuff which does not have any use. Okay,
Absolutely.
so
Interdisciplinary thing like this collaboration is the top, should
very
be the
important.
top priority.
Absolutely. Now, let me tell you why I, at a very personal level, is interested in kind of working with people like you.
Yeah.
Because you can be the bridge. Okay, you have a setup where you have capability to handle data. You are an institution where you would be having reach with the government and maybe with corporates. And it is expected that as you move ahead in this area, you'll have more and more kind of relationships, liaison, data analytic capability, etc. And we can also work together in terms of complementing each other's strengths, etc. Like Saurav was very happy to work with you because I think you've done some good support for him in terms of database research, etc. And
Mm.
also we can pull in some other people, like one of our honorary adjunct professors, as I was telling you, is Shubhamoy Maitro. You
Mm.
can check out his profile. He's the head of the Applied Statistics Unit of Professor Shubhamoy. He writes his name as Shubhamoy, Shubhamoy,
Okay.
Maitra. Okay, see, he's the head of the Applied Statistics group of Indian Statistical Institute, and he is kind of uh, cephalogist by interest. So in ABP Anando, that Bengali channel,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will very often find him analyzing election prospects, this, that, and putting his comments on that. But he is solid in the area of statistics, how to do sampling, what kind of research, etc. So this is another guy. At some point in time, I'd like to connect you with him also. He has two areas. One is this area of psephology, etc., is like more of a interest area for him. But his actual area of interest is cryptography.
Okay.
Okay, and he is a pretty well-known guy in the area of cryptography, how to crack different kinds of cryptographic codes and what kind of codes to create so that it becomes difficult for others to crack them. And with quantum cryptography coming in, quantum communication coming in, there's a looming threat that people like China would be able to devastate.
Yeah.
Uh, so how to kind of prevent that by using more mathematics to confuse the quantum computers so that they cannot crack. So different kinds of strategies, etc. So यही सब चल रहा है हम लोग.
This is so interesting. I mean, I'm just, awestruck at the veracity of the research and the verticals that you are sharing right now. I mean, I haven't heard of, all of these at one place. And that too coming from you, from a corporate, is so interesting. I like when Saurabh mentioned me your name, I was surprised that do you even think about me because it was a very long time that thing couldn't materialize, and after that there was no active engagement between
Right,
us.
right.
So I was really curious, and now talking to you that you are in this TCG Crest, and I looked at the website. It did not have everything which you have shared right now, but I'm really like mesmerized with the if I mean this
मगर
is
देखो भाई भास्कर, दिस इज द स्टार्ट ऑफ द जर्नी. ठीक है, अभी सुनने में तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, मगर अल्टीमेटली क्या होगा, गॉड नोज. ऑल दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द vision of our chairman. He has made a good amount of money. Okay, but since he is kind of coming from OBI, Purnendu Chatterjee, his background, वो IIT
oh,
खड़गपुर का है, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, टॉपर वॉपर था, फिर स्कॉलरशिप लेके बर्कले गया. उधर में he completed his PhD after BTech in 3 years. 1 year for his master degree,
hmm,
and all in different areas. Mechanical engineering, 1 year master degree in industrial engineering, and then a PhD in operations research.
my God.
Okay, and that he did in 2 years, so which was at that point of time some kind of a record and all that. So in Berkeley and so whatever. So he is kind of intellectually very charged kind of a guy.
So how, I mean, I want to know like what is his strength, if I ask you that, because he is also an IIT and same background from where we are. So what kind of vision, what kind of, strength he brings on table that makes him such a different league than us?
It is basically the vision part. Okay, पहला चीज है, you see in IT you'd have seen, you know, हम लोग का, when did you pass from Kanpur, which year?
12.
12. Okay, so you are just I mean, I passed in 86, but in 12 you'd have also noticed that in any batch there are a group of few people, a handful of people who may be within the top 100 in JE ranking, or who may not be even in the top 100, but they are very naturally gifted in mathematics.
Yeah,
तो अगर if say a person like me, अगर 24 घंटा सब कुछ भूल जाके I would have done only mathematics, मेरे से वो लेवल कभी पहुंचता नहीं.
absolutely. हाँ, वो तो मतलब they are genius kind of.
Genius kind, उन लोग का vision मेरे को तो, I've seen people, you know, in IT, there's this guy called Tanmoy sharing the last name as my Bhattacharya. वो हम लोग से 3 साल सीनियर था. वो पहला बार जब रूबिक्स क्यूब देखा ना, वो दैट वाज इन अ की रिंग. एक की रिंग में किसी का पास एक रूबिक्स क्यूब था, वो ऐसे ऐसे घुमा रहा था खड़ा होके, यू नो. एंड देन जिस वो चाबी था किसी का, उस पे रूम का की था, तो बोला कि भाई मेरे को घर रूम का अंदर जाना है, तुम मेरे को वापस करो. तो वो बोला ठीक है ले लो. एंड देन वो खड़ा होके थोड़ा इधर उधर हवा में घुमाया हाथ. फिर बाद में he says, after some time he says, I think I've been able to solve it, I'll do it. तो फिर शाम को जब वो बंदा वापस आया क्लास से, तो उससे फिर चाबी लिया, लेके वो फट 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 7-8 पेंच मारा और वो सॉल्व हो गया. So that fellow is right now in Los Alamos laboratory. कुछ दिन पहले उसका इंटरव्यू आया था. So वो टाइप का जो जीनियस है ना, वो बहुत मुश्किल है होना. So PC was a little bit like that in mathematics. Okay, he had a natural flair. So then when he went to, you know, if you talk to him and all that, he will not appear like a very suave corporate guy. His flow of English, his way of writing and all is quite ordinary. Okay, his lifestyle and all is quite ordinary. They say he is not a show off. He will talk very easily with you, etc., etc. But he was very gifted. So उधर में गया, उधर से आई बर्कले खत्म करके he was in Stanford research for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. Then somebody told him that you must join a consulting firm. So 10 साल McKinsey में था, last 2 years as partner. फिर McKinsey छोड़ के he went to George Soros. Now George Soros का साथ जब गया, then you know he gradually developed a talent. Those were the times when from 1986 to 96 when he was with George Soros, there was a lot of things which are happening uh, in the area of technology. So he
Yeah,
was one guy who was able to identify कि analog का दिन खत्म होने वाला है, digital आएगा. So he advised Soros that you start, you know, betting on digital companies. So Soros being Soros, it is rumored that he not only kind of invested in a lot of digital companies, but he also short sold a lot of analog companies and made money from both sides. You know, so ये सब चला up to 1996 and all that. So then, so you know, he has always been motivated. He thinks that he's made enough money. He came from very humble middle class background. He had lost his father when he was 4 or 5 years old. There was a lot of struggle, but then he made it really, really big. So big that he can now buy a company for 42,000 crores, an American company, which does not have any assets, only IP, intellectual property. So he is one guy who gets kind of very excited about intellectual property and about technology. So he believes that India में अगर कुछ long standing करना है, so he should make his contribution by creating an institute, which over a period of time will become self-sustaining. Right now, we are calling it TCG Centers for Research and Education in Science and Technology, TCG CREST. But he wants to take out the name TCG after 4-5 years and just call it Crest. Because वो personalize हो जाने से क्या होता है कि it looks like his own fiefdom. But he's also very clear, he's 71, 72 years old now. He is also very clear that in the next 7, 8, 10 years, he wants to create something which will last maybe for 100 years, 200 years. So he wants us all to kind of create something which will create next generation high-end people. Like he was saying that technology बोल के सब कोई कूद रहा है. But the problem is that technology के लिए जो mathematics का जरूरत है, जो the what should I say, the understanding of physics, chemistry, mathematics, uh, and all other such quant areas which are required, उसका आदमी कहाँ से मिलेगा?
सही बात है.
You don't have that high quality people who understand maths and who understand the practical problems of life also. There'll be another vertical which will be in the area of food production, processing, and logistics. Food production is going to be a major challenge, like how to grow vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go vertical nowadays. There are people who are producing in 1 acre vegetables which would require 80 acres otherwise to produce. They're going vertical. They are not using soil. They are using hydroponics. They're using aeroponics. They're using different kinds of methods by which, they can have bumper growth in vegetables and fruits. And then how to preserve them, how to store them, how to move them around. Okay, so all these are also a very, very interesting area of research where we would like to get focused on also. So उनका सोच कुछ ऐसा है. So he wants to do these kinds of things, and he wants to do it in the form of open trust where other people can also come in, contribute in terms of money, in terms of knowledge, so that everything grows in a proper way. So ये ऐसा idea है, अभी भी crystallize पूरा नहीं किया है, but we are all discussing and seeing that how it can go. Whomever we have talked to, they have shown a lot of interest. Just like you are saying, a lot of others are also saying that, wow, बहुत अच्छा idea है. Some people have also said, people who have the means कि बोलो भाई हम कैसे contribute कर सकते हैं. There's a lot of contacts in America who have shown a lot of interest in terms of how they can uh,
Contribute.
how they can contribute, etc., etc. So यही बात है. So this is the way it is planned right now. As far as you and your setup is concerned, I've already had a brief discussion with Saurav. Incidentally, I got to call Saurav today, and as the economics vertical kind of matures, we would also like to talk with you and see that how we can jointly do projects together and interesting areas. Now, I would say that you have some core skills in certain areas. Okay, in terms of understanding social data. Let us not be too narrow focused only on election data,
Yeah.
economics data, social data, etc. So you would probably be able to, churn all that data and see how outputs can come out of it. Maybe at a later date, one of our, TCG Digital has now been able to work on the MQ platform, which we had discussed at one point of time. It's now quite advanced. A lot of things are happening around MQ. So maybe if some of those analytics can be done through MQ platform, that will be even better because it then becomes, you'll be able to kind of handle not only quant, but also qualitative data. And you can actually create graphs and displays, visual displays of the analyzed data and the raw data through different kinds of, interesting visual formats. And so all these kinds of things, it is worth exploring. It will be some kind of a journey together. And what we would expect from you is that you go on expanding your contact base. with the government, with political parties, with
I think there is some interruption in your internet. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So actually, you got suspended also for a while. थोड़ा problem हो गया था. So all these things we have to kind of explore.
So you are saying that I need to expand my contacts at government, political levels.
जो है. We will not get into any stupid stuff like an MOU or something. We will go at it on a project-based stuff. कि हम लोग का पास कोई project आया कि you get a project where you think that we could help, we could jump in together jointly. You see, if there are any challenging mathematics which has to be done, or challenging statistics which has to be done, you can approach us, and through the network which we are creating, like this Institute for Advancing Intelligence will be headed by Rajiv Lakshman Karandikar. So Professor Karandikar right now is the head of Chennai Mathematical Institute, CMI, which is arguably the top maths institute in the country today.
Yeah.
Okay, and so yahi sab basically. Tell me.
No, I think I have heard his name. He is also in Cephalology, I guess.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
At one point of time, he was working with Yogendra Yadav.
Yeah. Very right. He was working with Yogendra Yadav. So this is it. At some point of time, I'll also introduce you to the person. You are Delhi based, isn't it? Or
Yes.
Lucknow based? Delhi.
Delhi.
So you see, I'll also introduce you eventually to this guy who heads Vidhi Legal. He's a very, very interesting fellow. He's a lawyer from National, वो जो Bangalore वाला है ना,
NLU, Law University.
National Law University of India. So he did his stuff from there. Then he did a PhD from Oxford. He was a reader in Oxford. Then he gave that up to come back and set up Vidhi Legal along with 3 other people in Delhi. So it's a not-for-profit setup once again. And as of now, they have actually drafted around 64, 65 laws for India. And the law which they have drafted very recently, which is under parliamentary committee's consideration, is data protection law. That one they have kind of drafted.
I think I have heard their name, Vidhi Legal. In Google search, anything related to legal matters, their search in Google search it comes up.
आप देख लेना एक बार, माने you put a Vidhi Legal लगा के, if you go, you'll get the website and you go to their website and check it out. It is quite interesting, and I think that somebody like you should formally get. ये सब कोविड का चक्कर में सब कुछ साला गड़बड़ हो गया. अगर ये नहीं होता तो I would have just flown down to Delhi and got you and go together. Okay, but वो हो जाएगा ठीक 6 months. But this is a good time to connect actually. This is a good time to connect. So you do me a favor, boss. You kind of, since we are running out of time, you please send me a presentation, a latest presentation if you have something. अगर presentation PowerPoint वाला वो झिंचैक वाला presentation नहीं चल वो है तो भेजो, अगर नहीं है तो just कोई simple presentation, even a Word document would be fine. What are the areas where you're working, what kind of work you've done in the past, what kind of work you aspire to do, what are the core skills you have, or if you have a website, I can even go there.
Yeah, I have a website. It's I'll just share you on chat. It's bhaskarsingh.com. So, sorry, I guess.
Do you have other partners also?
I have associates, not full-time partners.
Achha.
Bhaskar
So this
Singh.
is your company.
Yes.
.com you said, na?
Yes. So here I have updated it. You have a look in case you feel that you need little more information on anything, then I will add on those.
Good. So this is Bhaskar Singh's book. Okay. So these are Z News panel discussion, ठीक है, इसमें there is stuff and then calendar and sitemap. So this should be interesting and we can kind of get it from here. Okay, good.
So, are you thinking of doing any kind of introduction of matlab student teaching also, or is it a research institute kind
Yeah,
of?
it is primarily research, but there'll be opportunities to teach also as the courses get introduced. So eventually, maybe by July, August, we'll be able to start some teaching stuff also. So you can also, in this one, have you given stuff like what are the areas, what kind of projects you have worked in?
No, not matlab in political field definitely, but not in other the universities, the projects which I do with universities, as well as even in. I will add a few lines on that. I'll update that on what
Your
all I
company
do
had an
in.
interesting name.
Uh,
A company, Thana, you had a company which had a name,
yeah, it's Janta Ka Mood actually.
Janta Ka Mood. Yeah, was that a company?
Yes, it's our brand name. JantaKamood.com is our website.
So does it make sense for me to go to that website?
You can go to, it's not updated right now, but you can definitely visit it. It will have a lot of information around election management and what all do we need to do in election management. It does not have university related projects, which I have done. So those things I will add on.
Okay, you can add on or you can just send me a document, whatever.
Yeah.
You already have something, you don't have to kind of update it on the website. You can just, or you can just put a link on your website, bhaskarSingh.com, and from that, wo aa jayega. Whatever, I mean, whatever you.
I will do that, no problem.
So Abhi, you see, maybe in the next 2-3 months, things will go a little slow. It is good that we have connected. Let us wait till things clear up a little. Travel is easier and, in so that interactions are also easier. And then we will kind of take it full steam ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. At least being updated on the progress is important. After a long time, we connected.
Right.
ठीक है, done. So I think these are interesting. But I was wondering when I looked at TCG Crest website, I was wondering that where do I fit in? I mean, it has nothing related to.
नहीं देखो भाई ये उसमें वो इकोनॉमिक्स और लॉ नहीं है ना तो इकोनॉमिक्स और लॉ and you see your interesting part is you are in a social science area but with a quant background.
Yeah.
So that is the way you should be kind of portraying yourself.
Yeah, so even I feel this as my strength, that I am a bridge between, researchers as well as ground workers. What they say, I mean, there is a huge disconnect which I experienced while working with professors and universities, that they are not able to collect information from them. For professors talking to the ground workers, what they say, they are not able to articulate. What professors say, these people don't understand. What they say, professors are not able to understand. And even the training part which happens in between for the the researchers or interviewers does not it's not very well communicable to the ground people. Where I feel that I have a unique strength, because I have worked with Aam Aadmi Party for 2 years, so I was like doing all kind of campaigning on ground. Then I have done this from economics. I know all the statistical models. I know running regressions and whatever you call. Then how are we able to conduct interviews? Then how to get information from ordinary people as well as training them also. When in Aam Aadmi Party, I conducted a telephone, there was a Delhi call campaign in which 10 lakh calls were made. Like whosoever was not in Delhi or even in Delhi, who were not able to go for a campaign on ground. So there was a toll-free number on which they can call, and each time it will connect to a new voter in Delhi, and you can do canvassing over phone. So in 2015 elections, more than 10 lakh calls were made. By this campaign had 10,650 active volunteers, of which 5,000 were everyday active any given day. And these calls were made in 45 days span. So,
Very
you know
impressive.
what me and my team did, like when so many calls were being made, we trained all these 5,000 volunteers such that there was consistency in the calls. And this training was a very mammoth task because nobody was physically present. Everyone was, India, abroad. There were like 42 countries participated in this and 26 states.
Wow.
So, training them, and with this setup, we were able to later on, predict 66 seats to Aam Aadmi Party, and actually it got 67.
Yeah, so that was fantastic. I mean, these kinds of, so Prashant Kishore is kind of your, so he's making a lot of waves in Bengal right now, as you're aware.
Yeah.
We're expecting a big fight in Bengal. So let us see what happens. But interesting. I mean, so Bhaskar ऐसे करते हैं. So let us kind of leave it over here for today.
Yeah.
And it's very, very nice to connect with you. Acha, I just had one question out of curiosity. Is there any chance, are you originally from Gorakhpur area?
No, I'm from Patna, Bihar.
Oh, you're from Patna, okay. No, because I had a sudden feeling that you may be from Gorakhpur, but I don't know because I am from Gorakhpur, half of me.
Acha, you are half
From
from
Gorakhpur.
Gorakhpur.
Yeah, because, yeah, so great. So, ठीक है. Fantastic, very good to connect with you. And
I
we
will
will,
share the briefs that you have asked.
please. And I'll also have a chat with Saurav today. I should have called him yesterday, but I missed that out. So I'll have a chat with him shortly, today or maybe latest tomorrow. And I'll update him that I've had a chat with you. And good. Let us see how both of us can benefit, both our, not individuals, but institutes, the institute which you kind of represent. This Janta Ka Mood is a very nice name to have. You know, build a brand around it. It's
Yeah.
such a kind of, it captures a lot of things. It's a really, really nice name. You shouldn't let that go. You have
Yeah,
a good and
it has a potential to expand in any area.
I'm sure that will happen. Good. Chalo Bhaskar, thanks for taking the initiative and particularly innovative New Year
Yeah.
greeting.
Yeah.
We started it all.
Okay, Jaydeep, bye.
Okay, bye. See you.